It is better for you to jump off from a third floor than to ever become a simp. In this video, I'm going to tell you why it is absolutely detrimental to you as a man to become a simp and absolutely disrespectful to your own dignity. Okay? So, the core idea of this video is going to be never be a simp, bro. Never be a simp. Let's look at the literal meaning of this word simp. What this word actually means. Okay? If you search on Google, the Google is gonna give you this definition, which is pretty much the same thing that I'm gonna talk about in this video. It is about excessive attention, giving excessive attention, sympathy, you know, difference to another person. It's usually a romantic level. Usually at a romantic level, it could be at a corporate level as well. But usually we are talking about a man simping about a girl. Okay, simping towards a girl, whatever you wanna say. Is usually in the romantic context, a man towards a woman context, where a man gives excessive attention, excessive sympathy, does things for her, even when she's, obviously not interested and she's not reciprocating the things that he's doing for her. And I know all of us as men, we have been there where we were sims. Like if you're watching this video as a man, you might have gone through that chapter of your life where you were a simp towards a woman, maybe in your school, college, I don't know, tuition, coaching, whatever. You did this somewhere, and then only if you did this, then only this video is gonna you know it's gonna click with you and probably gonna help you, because in this video, since I've gone through this chapter during my school life and I've learned a lesson, very hard lesson, very raw lesson, the hard way. Instead of watching a YouTube video, I learned it through experience. So that's what I'm going to share in this video. Let me know if in the comments if you find this valuable or not. Okay. So the behavior of simping is essentially involving putting someone on a pedestal and sacrificing your own dignity. Okay, so you as a man, you're sacrificing your own self. You're losing yourself in the pursuit of getting a woman. So you're afraid of losing her, but you're not afraid of losing yourself. Okay, which is not a good place to be as a man. Now, as I already mentioned, this video is about men simping after girls context only, and nothing else I'm relating to in this video. Now, let me address what happens when you're simping. First of all, bro, I'm telling you, you tolerate disrespect. Like, I remember when I was simping, I did tolerate it. Those moments, those behaviors, I remember vividly from her. That was disrespectful, obviously, from a general point of view, but to me, it was not. I don't know why, but when a man is putting someone on a pedestal, this is a very important point. When you put someone on a pedestal, so let's say this is a pedestal and she's here. I know my drawing is not that good. She's here, you are here, you're literally looking up to her, kind of like a divine, kind of like a worshipping her. And as a result, when whatever she does to you, you don't feel like it is wrong, because you, in your mind, you are blinded by this stupid belief that she's special, bro. When you, I'm telling you, no matter what happens in your life as a man, you should never ever believe in the fact that your woman is special. Even if tomorrow you find someone who is your dream girl, okay? Even if you find someone compatible, you should never ever believe in this reason, in this thing that she's special, bro. The reason, because you start worshipping that person, and when you worship that person, logic goes away, emotion comes in, emotions, you get carried away by emotion, and a man who gets carried away by emotion is not an attractive man. You will soon lose that relationship. You will lose your power in that relationship, and you put that person on a pedestal because she's special. Okay, so you are not special. I mean, think about it for a second. You should never ever believe in that fact that she's special. If you believe in that, and you put, because you put him on a pedestal, as a result, you tolerate whatever disrespectful behavior she's gonna do towards you. And This slowly, with every single moment, she disrespects you or test you how strong you are, because women is gonna test you. Okay, this is my from my experience. She's gonna test you from different ways, and she's gonna test you by actually disrespecting you to see where you will stand in your tolerance behavior. What kind of behavior are you ready to tolerate? And if she senses that you can tolerate disrespect, if she senses that you are ready to tolerate disrespect, then she won't perceive you as someone strong. As a result, she will lose attraction. As a result, she will you will lose her. Okay, and then she will go towards someone else who actually says to her face, "Shut the fuck up." You know, a man who has the capability to say out towards a woman, "Shut the fish up," that man is far more respectable, even though might not be liked, might not be loved. That's not what we are after. We are men, we are after respect, we are after power, not love and life. That's for the children, that's for women. Okay, we are after respect. And in order to do that, you need to draw the line. Right? Like, this is my line. Don't cross this. I don't care what reason you have, don't cross this. I need to say it in a certain manner. In the next video, or maybe some other video, I will talk about assertiveness. I will like draw the line or draw the boundary in a certain manner, which where you don't look aggressive or where you don't look passive. You should be assertive. That's gonna give you more respect than anything else. When you are simping, another thing that you will notice that you are start double texting them on your in their WhatsApp and wherever. You start double texting them. You start sending one message, second, third. Like, she's not replying, bro. If she doesn't reply you the first message, you shouldn't like send a second one. Like, bro, we are not that busy. I mean, telling we like to say we are busy. It's not about being busy. It's about priority. She saw your message, but she chose not to reply to you because she doesn't respect you enough. She doesn't see you important in her life. You understanding what I'm saying? She doesn't see you as a priority in her life. As a result, she just ignored that message, and then you send another message and another message. You just look very desperate. Okay, so basically, you're literally losing points. You're losing points, bro. You're losing points, and you can't afford that, and because you will end up in very deep regret. You would do excessive compliments, especially when there's no interest shown. Like, she's not showing any interest, she's not showing any attention, but you're still complimenting her through WhatsApp, through Instagram, maybe texting, maybe in person. Doing like, or even those compliments are fake. Like, you generally don't believe in those compliments. Those compliments are not genuine, those are inauthentic. You're just saying it to impress her, you know. So ultimately you will end up doing, you know, you would end up doing all of these things. You will tolerate disrespect. Okay, you will tolerate disrespect. You would put them on a pedestal, and you would believe she's special. You will double text them, you will compliment them. And also, another point that I'm missing here is obsession, bro. You would be obsessed with her. You would listen to songs, imagine her. You would watch movies, imagining her. You would go wherever you imagining her, and you would think that's love. And that is the bullshit concept or propaganda that has been sold to you by movies, by Bollywood, by Hollywood, by media. That if you are fantasizing about someone, if you're thinking about someone, like, if you're like all the time, she's your priority in life, she's special. If you believe in all this and you think that this is love, bro, you're going to be screwed up very bad. Because I'm telling you from my experience, I got screwed up very bad when I used to believe in all this shit. That you should really just have one girl, like obsessed with her. She's special. You'll never find a girl like this or like me, whatever bullshit propaganda that has been sold to you through social media, through, well, like, we have been grown up in media, watching movies, and in those movies, in fact, majority, in fact, 99% of them Bollywood movies or Hollywood movies, men are not shown as men. Men are shown as simps. You will see they tolerate disrespect. Women say whatever, and they will say, it's okay, it's fine, like, I love her, so it doesn't matter. Which is completely bullshit. The man will put them on a pedestal, thinking that she's special. The man will be obsessed with that one girl. The man will literally like do everything in his power just to get her. You know. So stop believing in all this shit that has been sold to you. That you need to like completely run after one girl. There are like, how many females are there on this planet Earth? There are like 4.4 billion, I guess. Google have, I think last time I googled, it was 4.4 billion. Like if it is 8 billion people, 50% are females, then there are 4 billion females on this planet Earth. 4 billion with a B, with a big fat B. And you're obsessed with one girl, thinking that if she left you, you would be, you would never find her, something like her, something, like someone like her. Like how stupid that is. Like, it is mathematically impossible to not to find anyone like her, or at least not to find anyone at all. Like 4.4 billion, bro, and you only need one good shot. So let's get to the root cause of this simping. The root of this simping is that you lack self-respect and you lack assertiveness. All these things that I'm saying to you, that there are 4.4 billion women, you should focus on yourself, you should never lose yourself. These three things I majorly covered throughout this video so far. It all denotes to one thing, and that is self-respect. You know, you need to have this self-respect comes from one thing. You know what that is? It comes from having competence, meaning whatever field are in, whatever you are doing, okay, you need to be good at it. And you need to be good at it for a long period of time, meaning you need to be consistent at it. So always remember two C's to peace, self-respect. I cannot, let me see if I can write it here. Okay, so I hope I can write that. Yeah, you need to be competent. So you need competence, okay, and oops, and then you need consistent. So you need competence, and you need competence, and you need consistency at whatever you're doing in order to be competent. So when you do something, anything, when you're doing this every single day, what's gonna happen is that you're gonna become very competent in that specific thing, meaning you will be very very good at that. Okay, you will be very skilled at that, and when you do that, you would have self-respect. Self-respect doesn't come from sitting at a place doing this. It's not gonna happen, bro. Stop fucking, like, stop doing this. It's not gonna happen. I used to do that, and trust me, it didn't work out, because until unless I did all of this, whatever I'm doing, like shooting YouTube videos, starting my business, and actually doing the actual work that matters, that's where like self-respect comes from. In fact, right now, last week only, I sent outreaches messages to my warm contacts for my AI audit offer. Okay, so I have a business channel. If you didn't check out that, you can check out in the link in my YouTube channel. You can go on that channel and see what is my business is, basically offering AI audits to businesses. So I outreach to my WhatsApp contacts every single day from Monday to Friday. I got leads who are interested in that. So I even made a school, so I'm also on school, making community post about my offer, and I got one lead from that there as well, and that lead ended up becoming my client, testimonial client, and I got one testimonial which is on my Instagram. You can check on my Instagram. I posted one testimonial. Then my second testimonial is what happened last year only when I was doing AI automation. So second testimonial from there, and right now I am doing, after this video I'm going to go and do the work for my client, okay, another client. Then I'm going to get testimonial hopefully from him as well. Then there's also two leads in the pipeline again on my WhatsApp. All of these I caught from doing the actual work, and I'm feeling very very proud of myself. That self-respect comes from this actual work. So do the actual work, not fake work. Okay, so when you do the actual work and you're consistent at that, you become competent, you have self-respect, and then you would become naturally assertive. And you still have to learn what is assertiveness. You can go on YouTube and find it out what it is. You can also go on Instagram and see what I'm talking about. Assertiveness just don't is essentially means that whatever you feel, like for example, if you feel disrespect, You don't say that you made me feel disrespect. You essentially say, I feel disrespected when you did that, so don't do that again. Something like that. So this is just a small example of what does assertiveness means. Essentially, not aggressive, not passive. Don't be like a toxic person. Don't be like a gay, but be a man in the middle. Like who is grounded, who is composed, who is calm. That is what assertiveness means. Again, these are the root causes. Okay, these are the root causes. So in the last slide, I explained that it comes from self-respect. Sorry, so this is actually the root cause. Let me get my pen. So this is actually the root cause, which is lacking self-respect and assertiveness. And how you lack self-respect and assertiveness, you lack that by doing all of this that you were seeing in the slide. So I will explain one by one. Mhm. So you're watching porn, okay? You're listening to romantic songs and movies. You believe in love, okay? Your desire to get a girl when you are young and broke and loser. Like, okay, let me go one by one, okay? You're watching porn, bro. Non-negotiable. If you watch porn, you will never gonna have respect for yourself. Okay, just cut it. Okay, just cut it from your life. And the way you do that is just don't label it as addiction. Just don't do it. Like it's your brain, your hands. Why would you reach out for your phone to look at someone else having a good time instead of you having a good time? You know what I mean? Like, why would you look at someone else having a good time instead of you? So I will make another more detailed video how to do that. Right now, I can only say it is not an addiction. It's just a brain issue, and you can stop it like this: blink, blink enough on eye. Just blink and cure your brain. Okay, blink and cure your brain. Second thing is that you believe in romantic songs and movies. So if you listen to romantic songs and you watch romantic movies, you're end up gonna become a sim because you think that okay, this girl is very special, as I mentioned earlier. Okay, because these songs and movies are not for entertainment; they are propaganda. Okay, they are propaganda. They are made not to for you for your pleasure. They are not for your pleasure at all. They are not for your good. They are made so that they can install certain beliefs in your mind that is not based on reality, and as a result you will believe this. One of those wrong beliefs are that about love, about being obsessed with one girl, instead of looking at the reality. There are like so many. Even if you like don't get one, it's okay, it's fine. You will get someone else. Okay, as a man you should be like emotionally detached. Okay, so and but if you listen to songs and movies, you will never gonna be emotionally detached, and you will always be attached. And as a result, you would end up having this obsessive desire to get a girl or any girl, especially when you're young, broke, and loser. So the reality is that you're young, you're broke, and you're a loser. Okay, you don't have any money, you don't have any social status, you don't have any. And by the way, I'm not saying this from a point that I have that I'm a millionaire. No, I'm not a millionaire. I'm not. I haven't achieved that millionaire status. Okay, I'm still in my progress, but actually, I'm doing all this. Actually, I'm putting the work. Okay, I'm not like sitting and watching porn and jerking off. Actually, I'm doing the work. So that makes me feel, that's made me have self-respect. But I'm talking about those guys who have like who are broke or loser, who's not even putting in the work to improve themselves and still have the desire to get a goal. Like the only reason because they believe they need someone for their satisfaction of some emotions, maybe some physical satisfaction. I don't know what that need is, but it's because of some wrong belief. And that wrong belief actually occurred because of watching movies and songs, and also because of porn as well. So if you watch porn or if you like watch movies and songs, you would have wrong beliefs about relationships, and as a result you would not look at your reality as a man, that you're young right now, you're broke, you don't have any, like, you don't have any understanding of power and leverage. Like when you're young, you don't have any power, you don't have any leverage. She has leverage, you don't have any leverage. She has a power, you don't have any power. She's beautiful, she's gonna get any guy. You're not rich, you're not gonna get anyone. So you will be desperate enough to get whatever you are getting. I'm telling you, Go and get rich and look at a same girl again whom you were obsessed with. Simple as that. Like do a simple experiment. And because I'm doing the same. Okay, I'm working on myself, and I tell you very confidently, like if I go and look back at that girl from on my school life, it is like it becomes so irrelevant because I've put in so much work. I put in so much work. I've come so far. Like when I look at that, like, like you would yourself feel irrelevant because as a man we thrive in something called hypergamy. Hypergamy. Even women too. It is natural. It is raw evolutionary thing. You cannot help it. You cannot like remove it. You cannot change it. Women will always want to be attracted towards someone who is strong. Okay, someone who is very strong, and basically someone who's above and better than her, and not someone who is below her. Like if you are young, if and you're broke and you don't have any status, women will not be gonna get attracted to you. Like she will like talk with you with a smile and all that, but that's not gonna sustain the relationship. Okay, and I know that very well. That's why I'm single right now. I'm deliberately single because I know I don't have any power right now. I don't have any leverage right now. Okay, so you need to understand that don't get into a relationship until unless you have leverage, until unless you have power. Otherwise, you would end up getting a divorce. Okay, these are all my observations. You can see the reality. You can see the world. Look at a love. Look at the rate of divorce for love marriages. You can go and look up it on Google. Okay, so what is the practical solution? The practical solution for this is you need to study human nature. As a man, study human nature, study this guy here. It's going to teach you a lot about human nature, teach you a lot about power. Okay, teach you a lot about influence, teach you a lot about hierarchy, how the world works. Actually, the world literally works in hierarchy. There is no such thing as equality. Don't believe in this bullshit thing like everyone should be equal and treated equal. No, it's not gonna happen. Okay, people are some above, some are below, some are in the middle. You want to just look at your status and see where you are, and then you strive towards getting better. Okay, that's how the world works. There is no such thing as equality and fairness. The world is not going to be fair to you, so why would you be fair towards the world? You know. So learn from this guy. You will understand also hypergamy. You will understand power. So this guy is gonna teach you power. This guy is gonna teach you Machiavelli influence as well as social status. Also learn about human psychology, desire and fear, and also like the spirituality from a spirituality perspective. Learn about what are masculine and feminine dynamic because that's going to help you a lot in understanding relationships and what actually sustains relationship rather than what just looks good on the surface level. Don't look at the surface level, go deep. Look at the loss because all of these points that I mentioned here, whether that's human nature, hyperchemy, masculine feminine dynamic, all of these are laws which governs relationship, human relationships. If you don't understand status, hierarchy, influence, power, you will never gonna have good relationships either with women or with anyone, because that's what I'm doing right now and that's what I'm understanding right now. That's what I'm learning right now. That's why I'm shooting this video to gain my influence on YouTube. You know, like this is part of me also learning all of these along with you. So go and learn from this guy. This guy's name is Machiavelli. I might pronounce his name wrong, but just you will look at Niccolo Machiavelli. Okay, just type the name and you will find it. There are lots of YouTube videos out there, lots of books out there. You study that and you will learn about this guy, about the world. And when you do that, like there's one thing I want to say to end this video. When you know the truth, you just can't go back, because when you start learning and start developing, that you just can't go back even if you want to. When you know the truth, when you know how the world works, there's im- it's just impossible to accept equality. When I understood power, it is impossible for me to accept people should be treated with fairness and equality. It is like impossible. Trust me, when you understand human nature, it will be impossible for you to believe in love. Until then, see you. Goodbye. Have a nice day. Conquer the world.